The year is 1715, but the memories of the Golden Age of Piracy are no longer exactly as you remember them. When you step back into the scuffed leather boots of the brash and brilliant Captain Edward Kenway, the salt spray and the shanties might feel familiar, but the world beneath your feet has been fundamentally transformed. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is not merely a fresh coat of paint on an old legend. It is a complete reconstruction of a beloved classic. The Animus has been upgraded, and with it comes its reimagined Caribbean teeming with new mechanics, expanded lore, and modernized gameplay. From the bustling, sun-drenched ports of Havana to the bloody, high-staked duel on the deck of rival galleons, the Jackdaw is sailing into uncharted waters. Grab a bottle of rum and hold fast to the rigging. We are about to chart the course of this newly forged adventure, exploring every major overhaul, every surprising new addition, and the hidden treasures that are unfortunately left buried in the sand of the past. The salty breeze of the Caribbean returns, but it's time it blows through a world entirely rebuilt. Powered by the current iteration of the Ubisoft Anvil engine, the same technology that brought Valhalla, Mirage, and Shadows to life, the Golden Age of Piracy has never looked more vibrant. The bustling streets of Havana, the lush wilderness of Kingston, and the pirate haven of Nassau are brimming with new, rich details. However, the visual upgrade comes with a slight catch. The cast, including Edward himself, looks a bit clearer and more pristine than you might expect for a crew of filthy, rum-soaking sailors. When Edward draws his cutlasses, the rhythm of battle feels distinctly new. The mind-numbingly easy brawls of the past are gone, replaced by a fast, more strategic combat system that heavily emphasizes parrying to break an enemy's guard, much like the challenging duel found in Shadows. Navigating the world has also been modernized. Edward finally remembers how to bend his knees, bringing manual crouching into the game for the first time, a stealth staple that was painfully absent in the original release. When he takes to the rooftops, new parkour ejects allow him to leap sideways or backwards off walls, turning impossible climbs into smooth, expressive free-running sequences. Perhaps the greatest tale to be told is the death of the instant fail stealth mission. The original game's notorious tailing missions have been overhauled. Now, if Edward is spotted or loses his target in the crowd, the Animus doesn't abruptly desynchronize. Instead, the story adapts. You might have to chase a fleeing target through the streets or defeat them in open combat to loot a letter from their pockets, organically pointing you towards your next objective. Setting sail on the Jackdaw feels heavier and more refined, borrowing the best naval combat improvements from Rogue, but the ship is also livelier. 3 brand new crew members, Lucy Baldwin, the Padre, and Tobias Deadman Smith, now walks the deck alongside your quartermaster Adewale. Recruiting them upgrades your perks for your ship, and each comes with their own dedicated loyalty missions to flesh out their backstories. The main narrative weaves in new threads as well. The historically fascinating yet previously brief relationship between fearsome Blackbeard and the gentleman pirate Stede Bonnet gets much more screen time, giving fans a deeper look at their dynamics. And for the lonely nights at sea, Edward can now adopt a pet cat or monkey to keep him company at the helm. Not everything made the voyage, however. This Resynced memory is a strictly single-player experience, leaving the original cult classic multiplayer mode behind. Heartbreakingly, the beloved Freedom Cry DLC, which chronicled Adewale's own journey as an assassin, is also absent from the package. Finally, the jarring interruptions of the modern-day Abstergo Entertainment office seems to be a thing of the past. Evolving to match the seamless style of Shadows, the modern-day storyline is expected to be much briefer and more surreal, offering mysterious glimpses into the past without forcing you to pause your pirate fantasy to play corporate spy. Ultimately, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Resynced is a voyage of give and take. While the loss of the original multiplayer and the deeply moving Freedom Cry expansion might leave some sailors yearning for what was left behind, the treasures gained in this modernization are undeniable. By shedding the frustrating constraints of the original, specifically those notorious instant fail trailing missions and the clunky limitations of old movement systems, and replacing them with fluid combat, dynamic parkour, and much more vibrant Caribbean, Ubisoft has charted a bold new course for Edward Kenway. The course of what made the original a masterpiece is still beating beneath the floorboards, now elevated by modern design. With a livelier crew at the back, deeper lore to uncover, and faithful pets by your side, the helm of Jackdaw has never felt more inviting. The wind is in your favor, Captain. It is time to raise the black flag once more and sail into the beautifully reimagined history.